We're watching your weather impact forecast tonight on KGW News. Well, we can see more snow and potentially sticking on the valley floor. Plus,
and then I see cops jumping over the fences with these big guns.
So who let two stabbing suspects inside a school while they were running from police? Then an update on a KGW investigation into one of the biggest stolen goods operations Portland has ever seen.
This was a major blow to a criminal operation.
And it's a party in North Portland as the city celebrates Mardi Gras.
It's pretty darn crazy, but it's all for fun.
First tonight, a KGW weather impact alert as we track the first chance for valley snow all season long. We're so glad you're with us tonight. David Molko here along with Chief Meteorologist Matt Safino. So Matt, walk us through the forecast and the time in here.
Yeah, you bet, David. You know, tonight it's cold out there, but the clouds you just showed from that Rose City sky cam are actually a good thing. I'll explain in a minute. First of all, the weather impact alert. We've got it for tomorrow morning, but really focused on Thursday morning. That's when we have our best chance of getting any real snowfall in the valley. It doesn't look like a major threat. We may see some minor accumulation, especially on grassy surfaces and the like. And there could be some slick side roads and up in the hills, of course, a slightly better chance there. But let's dig into this just a bit for you because it is an interesting situation. In Salem right now, it's only 35 degrees, so it's already cold out there, cloudy sky there. And we look around town, 32 in Hillsborough already, 34 in Beaverton. So temperatures at and near freezing. Any of the recent showers that we had this evening, they've pretty much all died down. But if some of the roads are still wet, that water may freeze for tomorrow morning. That's why we have the impact alert for tomorrow morning. And look at the coast, 34 in Newport. In fact, the coast, there's a live shot from Lincoln City at 37 degrees. They may actually have a better chance of getting sticking snow than we do on Thursday morning. Now, you see the showers down around Newport right now, all but winding down in the Portland area. Really not much to speak of overnight tonight. But snow showers will begin tomorrow evening as early as about 9 p.m. Anywhere from nothing to an inch for the valleys and the coast. And by Thursday morning, the morning commute could be impacted a bit. We'll keep you tabs on that for you. Quickly melts though into Thursday morning. So again, lots to keep track of here. Right now looks like a fairly minor threat, but a threat nonetheless. David?
It still sounds like some good news there. Thank you, Matt. By the way, slick and snowy conditions in eastern Oregon have closed parts of I-84. Officials report multiple spun-out vehicles between Pendleton and Baker City. Right now, the eastbound lanes are blocked starting in Pendleton, and ODOT expects that closure to last for a while. ODOT cautions that nearby local highways and side roads are not viable alternate routes. We've seen this happen. In other words, do not follow your Maps app or GPS since you could end up getting stranded. Westbound lanes have since reopened. Meanwhile, this is what Highway 26 looked like over the Coast Range this morning. Snowy on the side, slick on the pavement. Take it easy out there. Winter weather advisory remains in effect over the Coast Range until Friday morning. Close to the beach, spots like Astoria and Seaside also saw a dusting. Here's a look from the Astoria column this morning. Hey, thanks to all of you who sent in pictures of the snow from home. Layla sending the shot of it piling up on her porch in Grand Ronde. Appreciate it, Layla. And Donald gave us a look at a winter wonderland near McMinnville from about 750 feet up. Don't forget, you can text us your photos and videos anytime. It's 503-226-5088. Of course, stay with KGW for continuing coverage of this weather impact alert, however long it lasts, and any possible threat of coastal and valley snow. Look for the latest anytime at KGW.com and on our free TV streaming app, KGW+. Well, to a big scare for students at Portland's Lincoln High today when police stormed the building chasing two stabbing suspects. This all started with a fight on a MAX train, authorities say, that led to a stabbing near City Hall. The victim was taken to the hospital and is expected to survive. The two suspects, a 15-year-old and 22-year-old, ran off and were found about 30 minutes later and 12 blocks away near Lincoln High. We're told a student mistakenly let them into the school while they were running from police. Officers say they found the suspects trying to hide in the gym.
I heard a cop scream, get on the floor. You know, he had a pistol pulled out on like two kids.
We had to get in a corner and like be quiet, and like, you know, our teacher like didn't know what was going on.
I was a little nervous. It was a lot of adrenaline. Like my heart was definitely beating.
No kidding. In a letter to parents, the principal confirmed the suspects were not students. Students telling us they saw them dressed in black, wearing ski masks. No students were hurt. The school says it is now reviewing security procedures. Meanwhile, at Heritage High in Vancouver, authorities say a student stabbed another student this afternoon in a school bathroom. It turns out the victim disarmed the 15-year-old suspect and escaped with non-life-threatening injuries. Investigators say staff were able to keep the suspect in the bathroom until deputies arrived and arrested them. The school is also investigating. Two new developments tonight in the legal fight over the use of tear gas outside Portland's ICE facility. Today, a judge extending a temporary order limiting the use of tear gas and other munitions. Meanwhile, new court documents indicate the federal government may have misrepresented some of the evidence it used in its arguments. Catherine Cook's here with the details. Catherine?
David, a video posted by DHS claims to show riots in Portland, but plaintiffs argue it clearly shows a city 2,000 miles away. The judge extended the TRO by 2 weeks, citing good cause as plaintiffs try to get the Trump administration to answer for their actions. Tear gas and pepper balls rained down outside Portland's ICE building during a weekend of riots earlier this year. Days later, a federal judge ordered DHS officers at the ICE facility to stop using less than lethal weapons on nonviolent protesters unless there was a direct threat to officers. On Tuesday, 2 weeks after that initial ruling, Judge Michael Simon found what he called good cause to extend the TRO by 14 days. In newly released court documents, plaintiffs raised several discovery issues, including, perhaps most notably, one around this video. It was posted to the official DHS account.
In Portland, Oregon, as Antifa terrorists have surged against our federal facilities, our officers have survived their attacks.
But other than this image of downtown Portland, it appears the feds used footage from outside an ICE facility in Broadview, Illinois. Court documents claim DHS erased a watermark from the journalist who captured the footage. A quick internet search provided more context. This video from The Independent shows ICE agents in Illinois detaining a protester holding a Captain America shield. Back to the video DHS claimed to show Portland, it looks the same, down to the Captain America shield. Plaintiffs say they're still waiting for defendants to produce internal communications showing who created the DHS video and who approved it. Court documents also show plaintiffs are waiting for DHS to produce other evidence, including body camera footage and documents. They're also waiting to depose a list of federal officers. David?
Got to keep calling out that video when we see it. Thanks, Catherine. Let's get you caught up on tonight's other headlines now. The U.S. Department of Education has opened a civil rights investigation into Portland public schools. Specifically, federal authorities are investigating a complaint that accuses the district of discrimination when it comes to the planned Center for Black Student Excellence. They say the district is allocating tens of millions to black students despite students of other races facing similar challenges. The district says the center will help address decades of underinvestment and systemic racism that resulted in an opportunity and achievement gap for black students. Well, a driver has been arrested for DUI after crashing through the fence of a southwest Portland home. This was last night on Garden Home Road near Olson. Sheriff's deputies say the driver also hit the back of the house. The driver allegedly had a blood alcohol content 2.5 times the legal limit. No one was hurt. And New Seasons Market says it has laid off 95 workers, less than 5% of its current store staff. The grocery store chain said a new union contract that increased wages significantly increased their labor costs. New Seasons says it offered a month of pay and 6 weeks of health coverage to those laid off. The company did not specify which locations were affected by the layoffs.
This was a major blow to a criminal operation.
In an update to a KGW investigation, 5 people have been indicted on charges they bought stolen goods from shoplifters and stole them at a steep profit. It's called fencing. Our team was there when investigators first raided Card Rhino. That's the business last March. Police say they recovered tens of thousands of dollars in stolen merchandise, including electronics, appliances, collectibles, all new and still in the box. It turns out prosecutors say shoplifters took the stolen merchandise from big box retailers and then Card Rhino allegedly paid them a fraction of what the item was really worth and sold the stolen goods online. Authorities say there appear to be thousands of transactions going back years.
One is it does hurt the everyday consumer because it causes prices to go up. But two, it hurts the businesses to the point where we lose businesses, where they no longer want to come into our area or stay in our area.
We've seen that. Businesses shutting down, products in locked cases, right? Prosecutors say they've been working on this case for nearly a year. given how complex the operation was. Tonight, many are remembering the life and legacy of pioneering civil rights leader, the Reverend Jesse Jackson. Jackson, who died today, was a young protege of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. He and many others helped keep the civil rights movement going after King's death. He founded the Rainbow Push Coalition, which brought together people of all races in the fight for social justice. Jackson even brought his civil rights efforts to Portland multiple times. After a career as an activist in 1983, Jackson entered politics, becoming the second African American to run for president in 1988. Jackson's death follows a multi-year struggle with a rare brain disease. Jesse Jackson was 84 years old.